Why do some people seem to thrive in life, while others, equally smart and capable, struggle? According to Daniel Goleman's book, Emotional Intelligence, the answer doesn't lie in IQ or technical skills. Instead, it comes down to how well we understand and manage emotions, both our own and those of others. Goleman argues that emotional intelligence is what separates great leaders from good ones, and is a stronger predictor of long-term success than IQ alone. Staying calm under pressure, building meaningful relationships, and making better decisions all rely on emotional intelligence, whether in personal or professional life. In this episode, we'll break down the key components of emotional intelligence, explore how they work together, and share practical tips to help you strengthen your own emotional intelligence. The 5 components of emotional intelligence. Daniel Goleman outlines 5 interconnected components of emotional intelligence, each building on the one before it. Together, they create a framework that helps you understand and manage emotions, both yours and those of others. Let's dive into each component and see how they contribute to emotional intelligence. 1. Self-awareness. The Foundation. Dope. Book. 0.22222. Everything starts with self-awareness, your ability to recognize your own emotions as they happen and understand how they shape your behavior. Think of it as the foundation of emotional intelligence. Without it, everything else falls apart because you can't manage emotions you don't even notice. For instance, imagine you're feeling stressed before a big meeting. Self-awareness allows you to recognize the anxiety so you can address it rather than letting it control you. But it goes beyond just noticing emotions. It also involves understanding your triggers, emotional tendencies, and how you come across to others. If you know you get nervous during presentations, you can mentally prepare to reduce that nervousness. 2. Meditation. At times, a spent. Meditation. Once you can identify your emotions, the next step is learning to manage them. This is where self-regulation comes in. It's your ability to control emotional reactions, stay composed under pressure, and respond thoughtfully instead of impulsively. Self-regulation builds directly on self-awareness. You can't regulate an emotion you haven't recognized. Suppose you tend to get defensive when receiving constructive criticism. Self-awareness helps you notice this tendency, while self-regulation allows you to pause, take a breath, and respond calmly instead of reacting impulsively. It's not about suppressing emotions. That's unhealthy. Instead, self-regulation helps you channel emotions in a productive way. It enables you to stay patient when things don't go your way, or adapt when plans change unexpectedly. 3. Motivation, the inner drive. With self-awareness and self-regulation in place, motivation becomes the driving force that keeps you moving forward. But in the context of emotional intelligence, motivation isn't just about chasing external rewards like money or recognition. It's about intrinsic motivation, the inner desire to achieve goals and grow as a person. How do the first 2 components connect to motivation? Self-awareness helps you understand what truly inspires you, while self-regulation keeps distractions and setbacks from derailing you. Together, they provide a stable foundation for long-term motivation. Think of someone training for a marathon. Their motivation isn't just about crossing the finish line. It's about proving something to themselves or embracing the challenge. Emotional intelligence helps them push through tough days, stay disciplined, and keep the bigger picture in mind, even when progress feels slow. 4. Empathy, understanding others. As you gain control over your own emotions, the next step is turning your focus outward. Empathy is the ability to recognize and connect with the emotions of others. But it's more than just noticing someone else's feelings. It's about genuinely stepping into their shoes and responding with care and understanding. Empathy builds on self-awareness. When you're in tune with your own emotions, it becomes easier to relate to others. For example, if you understand how stress affects you, you're better equipped to recognize when someone else is overwhelmed. Empathy transforms interactions. Imagine a colleague is unusually quiet in a meeting. Instead of assuming they're disengaged, an empathetic response might involve checking in on them or offering support. These small acts build trust and strengthen relationships. 5. Social skills. Navigating relationships. Finally, social skills bring everything together. This is the ability to use emotional intelligence to manage relationships, communicate effectively, and work well with others. Empathy directly fuels social skills. Understanding others' emotions allows you to respond in ways that improve communication, resolve conflicts, and foster collaboration. Take a team leader, for example. They use self-awareness to recognize their own stress, self-regulation to stay calm under pressure, empathy to understand their team's concerns, and social skills to keep everyone motivated and working toward a shared goal. Strong social skills also mean knowing how to navigate disagreements. Instead of saying, "You're wrong," someone with emotional intelligence might say, "I see your point, but have you considered this?" It's about fostering cooperation, not division. Emotional intelligence, a chain reaction. These 5 components, self-awareness, self-regulation, motivation, empathy, and social skills, aren't separate skills. They're deeply interconnected, creating a ripple effect. Without self-awareness, you wouldn't recognize the emotions that need regulating. Without self-regulation, you might let frustration or stress affect your motivation. Empathy and social skills help translate emotional intelligence into strong, meaningful relationships. By developing emotional intelligence, you're not just improving how you handle emotions, you're unlocking the key to personal and professional success. Your emotions can sometimes take over, making it hard to stay motivated. And without empathy, your social skills won't have the depth needed to build strong relationships. Together, these skills form a powerful framework that helps you understand yourself, connect with others, and navigate life with resilience and confidence. So when you think about emotional intelligence, remember, it's not just about managing emotions. It's about developing a set of interconnected skills that strengthen each other, helping you become a more capable and well-rounded version of yourself. Emotional intelligence in everyday life. Daniel Goleman emphasizes that emotional intelligence isn't just useful in emotional crises or conflicts. It impacts almost every part of your daily life. It shapes how you think, act, and connect with others. Let's break down how EQ influences different areas. 1. Mental health. Being emotionally intelligent helps you manage stress, anxiety, and other mental challenges more effectively. Goleman explains that understanding your emotions allows you to process them rather than ignoring or suppressing them. Instead of bottling up frustration until it explodes, EQ helps you recognize, "I'm feeling overwhelmed," so you can take action. Whether it's pausing to breathe, talking to someone, or finding a solution, this emotional clarity leads to better overall well-being. 2. Relationships. From family and friends to romantic partners, EQ is the foundation of healthy relationships. Goleman highlights how empathy and social skills enable you to understand others, communicate effectively, and resolve conflicts. Instead of reacting with, "You're being unreasonable," emotional intelligence allows you to say, "I can see why you're upset. Let's figure this out together." This approach diffuses tension and builds trust. People with high EQ also set boundaries, avoid toxic relationships, and invest in meaningful connections. 3. Career success. At work, emotional intelligence can be the difference between thriving and just getting by. While technical skills may get you hired, EQ determines how well you collaborate, lead, and solve problems. Imagine dealing with a difficult coworker. Someone with strong EQ stays calm, reads the situation, and responds tactfully instead of escalating conflict. Studies show that leaders with high emotional intelligence inspire their teams more effectively and foster a positive work environment. 4. Decision-making. Emotions play a huge role in decision-making, sometimes clouding judgment. EQ helps you recognize when emotions are influencing your choices so you can think more clearly. For example, rather than impulsively quitting a job out of frustration, emotional intelligence allows you to pause and ask, "Am I upset about the job itself, or is it just a bad day?" This self-awareness leads to smarter, more balanced decisions. 5. Resilience. Life is full of setbacks, and Goleman argues that emotional intelligence helps you bounce back without falling apart. People with high EQ don't let failure define them. They acknowledge their emotions, learn from the experience, and keep moving forward. If you fail an exam or miss out on a promotion, EQ helps you focus on what's next rather than getting stuck in self-doubt or frustration. It turns challenges into opportunities for growth. 6. Leadership. Great leaders aren't just smart, they're emotionally intelligent. They inspire trust, understand their team's needs, and handle conflicts with empathy. For example, if an employee is struggling, a leader with high EQ won't ignore the issue or criticize them. Instead, they'll check in, offer support, and help find solutions. This approach builds loyalty and motivates teams to perform at their best. How to build emotional intelligence. One of the best things about EQ is that it's not fixed. You can improve it with practice. Goleman shares practical ways to strengthen each component. 1. Boost self-awareness. Pay attention to your emotions throughout the day. Ask yourself, what am I feeling right now? What triggered it? Journaling can help you track patterns in your emotional responses. 2. Practice self-regulation. When emotions rise, hit pause. Take a deep breath or count to 10 before reacting. Naming your emotions, "I'm frustrated," can also help you regain control. 3. Strengthen empathy. Listen actively when others speak. Instead of just waiting for your turn to talk, focus on their words and body language to better understand their emotions. 4. Stay motivated. Set personal goals based on what truly matters to you. Break big goals into smaller steps and celebrate progress along the way. Go. And 5. Improve social skills. Show genuine interest in others. Ask open-ended questions like, "How did that make you feel?" And, when resolving conflicts, focus on solutions instead of blame. 6. Manage emotional reactions. Try mindfulness or meditation to train your brain to stay calm under pressure. When upset, reframe the situation. Am I seeing this clearly, or am I overreacting? 7. Practice every day. Emotional intelligence is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. Start small, apply one tip at a time, and watch your EQ grow. Final thoughts. We've explored the key components of emotional intelligence, how they connect, and how to develop them to create a more balanced and fulfilling life. Remember, EQ isn't something you either have or don't have. It's a skill anyone can build with practice. If you found these insights helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more books that challenge the way we think and live. Let's continue exploring fascinating ideas from some of the greatest minds. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.